Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Saturday night video. And it's Saturday night, time to fight, as Elton John used to sing. But thank you all for watching on this Saturday night, January the 4th, 2025. Right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel, my other channels as well, down below in the description box. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. Yeah, share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. And if you do, you're pretty much SOL, and you know what that means. And if you don't know, you need to get slapped in the fucking face by your mother. Or somebody else. But, anyway. But if you missed anything, you missed out. That's just too bad for you. And if you're brand new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab a cold one. I don't have one at the moment, but if I did, grab a cold one, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, go fuck yourself. And that's pretty much it. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, on this Saturday night, thank you all for watching the unofficial first weekend of 2025. We are 4 days in already, and lots of chaos, as usual, with the New Orleans terrorist attack and the Cybertruck bombing in Vegas. My two idiots. But we got that. We gotta get more chaos, pretty much in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Monday, with Donald Trump getting inaugurated, and we'll see what he does on hour 1 in the Oval Office. Lots of change coming. I hope you're ready. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So we got lots of things, and might be snowing where you are right now. Lots of snow in the Midwest is coming east. There was some today down south. In Washington, D.C., Philly was getting about 8 inches. Oh, boy. Good thing we didn't get nothing. All we got was a lot of wind. And it's going to be a lot of wind for the next few days. A little bit, maybe a little bit of snow here on Monday. But I think that's going to be the setup for what I looked at my my weather app. Saturday and Sunday, we're getting a big, huge storm. They're saying 5 to about 8, maybe 10 inches. I'm like, shit. Which is not good, because I got, things to do on the weekend, And I like to do them without, having to cancel them because of weather-related problems. But we'll see what happens. It's early. It's Saturday, so a week from now, I hope it's, it changes. But it's going to be a little bit above freezing, but might start off with snow, change to rain and freezing rain, and back to snow. It's going to be icy and messy and blech. That's what the winter is. We got a warm winter last year. Now, we're paying for it. And like, oh, fuck, So we'll see what happens with that. But wherever you may be, I hope you had a great Saturday. If you're going out, be safe, be well, and get home safe. And all that shit. Moving on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got AEW Collision coming up in about a half hour from now. And then, pretty much an hour after that, more New Japan Pro Wrestling with the stars of AEW, Ring of Honor, CMLL, and the great promotion that is Stardom for the first annual Wrestle Dynasty pay-per-view coming up at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's 8 o'clock Pacific, so you get that. You get 2 hours of AEW, and then you chill for an hour, and then you got New Japan Pro Wrestling if you're on the West Coast. But should be an epic night. I mean, like last night was. I'll get to that in a minute. But tonight, gonna be pretty damn good. Lots of matches. We had one that actually was added from last night. So we'll talk about that right now, actually. Alright, so stay tuned. I'll be doing Collision and Wrestle Dynasty review tomorrow. And I'll get to SmackDown maybe later tonight, but we'll see what happens with that. Maybe tomorrow too, but depends how I feel. And that's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Saturday night, January the 4th, 2025, once again, you are watching right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel. And guess what? I'm Peter Joseph, but you knew that already. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, and I do a good job at it. And if you don't like it, well, tough shit. So I'd like to see you try. But you won't, because you sit at home on your dead channels and do nothing all day. But besides obsess over my big, gigantic cock like your mom and girlfriends do. But that's another story for another time. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, or anything I want to talk about. And if you like it, great. You don't pretty much go on your dead channel and do your own video that nobody will watch. People actually watch my shit, especially my shorts, because I'm the legend there now. But I just put one up earlier today, and it's climbing up the charts. Not not skyrocketing, but it's got up there, almost 600 in a few hours. Not bad. Not bad. But, yeah, it is what it is. And by the way, I did not do that video about Trump, okay? About other people that I won't talk about anymore, but it is what it is. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a great night. Hope you have a good Saturday night and a good weekend as we start the official first week of January 2025. Alright, before we get to Collision, let's talk about this video. As the title below says, it is time for your late and kind of well, not so much out of date, but it's late. Your late New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 19 review. From earlier this morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning here in the States, in the East Coast, and other time zones with your time, but we got that. So here's your here comes your Wrestle Kingdom 19 review from the Tokyo Dome, the great freaking arena that is, in probably one of the greatest cities in the world, next to New York City, of course, and that is Tokyo, Japan, #1, forever and ever. Okay, Terry, I know it's great, but, calm down. Don't tell me to calm down! Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, alright, so last night, well, earlier this morning, Wrestle Kingdom 19, the yearly, pretty much 3-day event, because we got New Year's Dash pretty much coming up later tomorrow, or overnight tonight, whatever you want to call it. But it's usually January the 6th. It's January the 5th right now, so that's why they're doing Wrestle Dynasty now in Japan, or coming up in a couple hours in Japan. And then tomorrow, Sunday, late Sunday night tonight, like I think 3-4 o'clock in the morning, we got New Year's Dash, and I'm not going to watch that. I might just want to, but nah. I stayed up to like 5:45 in the morning this morning and watch pretty much all of Wrestle Kingdom. I kind of dozed off. I kind of just zonked out right around the midpoint of the Naito and Hiromu Takahashi match, and then briefly woke up and watched a little bit of the main event between Zack Sabre Jr. defending the IWGP Heavyweight title against Moxley's boy Shota Umino, and then went back to sleep for good. Then I didn't get up to like noon today. That's what happens when you watch Wrestle Kingdom. Watch SmackDown till 11. You have, in between you have your sensible dinner, and then you go take a power nap, and then sometimes you might forget, and then by the time you get up, I'm like, oh shit, I missed half the pay-per-view. That's what it is. But anyway, I did see pretty much most of the pay-per-view, and then I rewatched the ending when I got up later, earlier today. But in any case, let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. Alright, so we started off with the pre-show. We had the New Japan Rumble, not Rambo, Rumble, which is basically like a Royal Rumble match, but it's kind of different because the final two get in the ring and you can pin, I think you can pin them, or they have to toss him over the top rope to win, and the winner gets an IWGP World Title shot at whatever show. I think not the next show. I think it's New Year's Dash or somewhere down the line. So anyway, we had people like Hanma, Tenzan. We had Hiroki Goto in there. A few others in this little rinky-dink battle royale, and getting to the end, and Hiroki Goto, the legend that he is, gets another world title shot. Is he gonna win? Probably not. Every time he gets near that world title scene and gets a world title shot, great match, but that close. I got on commentary, the New Japan commentators, I forget their names, but anyway, do I have their names? I thought I wrote it down, but maybe I didn't. Nobody cares. But anyway, one of the commentators said, Hiroki Goto, always the bridesmaid, but never the bride at the Tokyo Dome. Pretty much, that's true. And pretty much in most title matches, it's not the world title. Every time he's got near to sniff the world title, he just can't win it. So, Goto's gonna having one of those Cody type things, like, I gotta finish my story, Jordan, I gotta finish my story. Finish the story! Like, like a lot of people are doing now, with Billy Starks in Ring of Honor trying to go after that Ring of Honor world title, but Athena's just stopping her at every fucking chance she gets. It is what it is. But hopefully, Billy wins that title sometime soon. But we'll see. We'll get to Athena later tonight in that Fatal 4-Way Women's International Cup with Persephone from CMLL, Willow Nightingale from AEW, and from Stardom, Momo Watanabe. Sorry. So that's gonna be epic tonight. See lots of hot chicks, more hot chicks, but it is what it is. But like I said, Goto wins the New Japan Royal Rumble Battle Royal type match, and he gets a world title shot against either Zack Sabre Jr. or Shota Umino, or whoever the champion is tonight. Zack Sabre Jr. was going to face Ricochet anyway, either a singles match or for the world title, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, whoever is the world champion by the time Goto faces them, Goto will get that title shot and probably lose. But we'll see. Let me move on. Alright. So we start off the show properly. 9 matches on the main show. We start off with a Tokyo Terror ladder match. It's just a basic ladder match, I think. But anyway, we have the champions, the Intergalactic Jet Setters of Kushida and Kevin Knight of Ring of Honor, and did fight a little bit in TNA, not much, but anyway. They take on the Bullet Club War Dogs of Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney. Not Mahoney, Maloney. Kiss My Rosie Red Ass Mahoney. Rosie. Anyway, and then they take on the Ichiban Sweet Boys of Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita, not Fujita, and Kex 22, members of TMDK, TJ Perkins, and Francesco Akita. So the object of the match, obviously, is to get the belts. I thought I heard the commentator say, oh, you have to get the belts and you have to pin. I'm like, what? That's a unique ladder match. But in any case, it was fast-paced, lots of, crazy spots with the ladders. At one point, both members of the Bullet Club War Dogs got caught, positions themselves atop the ladder, and they plunder and then beat the crap out of everybody. And then, Connors is on a ladder, Maloney's on a table, and then their opponents do vicious moves to them. It was crazy as shit. We got that. So we got that, and then eventually, everybody is down except for the Ichiban Sweet Boys. So Vegeta pulls the titles down, and they become the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions in their very first reign, even though Robbie Eagles, he also held the belt with Tiger Mask like 69 for a few months to close out 2021 and into 2022, where I believe they lost those belts at Wrestle Kingdom pretty much 3 years ago. So, wasn't a bad match, but still, 3.25 out of 5 stars. I think there was one point in the match, I forget who I think it was Francesco Akira, hit some wicked move. You're supposed to, like, they set up a table on the, like, one of those, you know how the Japanese tables are, you know, those little rinky-dink benches. They're not, they call them tables, but they look like benches. Like gym benches, not like bench, like a park bench. But, in any case, they set it up on the barricade and on the floor, and then Akira picks up, I think it was Kushida, and hits some weird move, and barely even hit the table. I'm like, damn, Kushida's dead. I'm like, shit. But, I think they finished the match, but, you know, that was a scary little spot on the floor. But, well, anyway, move on. Alright, so the Ichiban Sweet Boys get the win and become the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Champs, and we'll see what happens from there. We move on. Alright. Match number 2, we go to the ladies. Oh, yes. For the IWGP Women's title, we have the champ, the beautiful Mayu Iwatani, who's held the belt for over 620 some odd days, getting close to 2 years. And she's taking on the beautiful AZM, or Asm. But, you know, Asm, as we all know, from Stardom. So we got that. Mayu is the third women's champion, as we all know. Kairi was the first. I believe Sasha Banks, was Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné was the second one, and Sasha lost to Mayu in, I think, Japan for Mayu to get the third belt. She's pretty much held it for almost 2 years now. And, Kairi and Tam Nakano faced off with the same belt, and 2 years ago, not even like 6 minutes. Pretty much this lasted like 15. So we got all that. Alright, let me get back my notes. Okay. So this was pretty good. You know, both these women are fast-paced ladies, and they go whoop whoop zoom. Like you blinked and you missed it. But they go back and forth, and eventually Mayu retains the title again. She is, as of right now, she is 623 days and counting. Actually, 620. Well, I guess of this video, 622, 623. But, so lots of long title reigns. You love to see it. Some people are like, oh, she needs to lose that belt. It's been too long. I like long title reigns. Like Romans, but that's another story for another time. So we get that. So they beat the living crap out of each other from the opening bell. And lots of suplexes, and, crazy suplexes, and, I didn't think it was going to go, like, 15 minutes. I thought it was going to go, like, 5, maybe 8, maybe 10. But when we got to the 10-minute mark, they, like, packed everything in so freaking fast. But still, Mayu retains the belt. And there you go. Let's see where she goes next and who she faces next. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I did that match 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was pretty damn good. Alright, match number 3, a fatal 4-way match for the IWGP World Television title. We have the champ Ren Narita taking on Ryohei Oiwa, taking on former champion Jeff Cobb, Matata Koito, and El Phantasmo. Alright, this was another pretty good match. Back and forth, power moves, barely hitting each other, everybody's getting in the way, they dispose of each other on the floor, get back to fighting in the ring. Jeff Cobb with a tope con hilo over the top rope to the outside. That was nuts. Somebody, a guy like his size, I don't even think should be doing tope con hilos. But anyway, we move on through the match, and Jeff Cobb and Oiwa were going at it. First time I seen Ryuhei Oiwa, or I'm gonna say Oiwa, looked like a monster. El Phantasmo and Ren Narita jumping all over the place. Narita playing the heel, kind of trying to get retain his belt, but in the end, El Phantasmo gets the win and gets the IWGP television title for the very first time. So, wasn't a bad match. Once again, 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright. Then we move on to what I think was one of the matches of the night. We got a lumberjack match between the man that's not that evil, and that's evil, along with members of the House of Torture at ringside. He takes on the Ace. And the Ace of Japan, being pretty much the New Japan president, and that is Hiroshi Tanahashi, the Ace, electric guitar. So, this was a very brutal match, but, with the chicanery, with the House of Torture, it just brought my rating down. I was mad about that, but in any case, if Tanahashi loses this match, he has to retire. His career is done. His singles career is done. And I didn't even hear this on the broadcast, but Evil's hair is on the line. So hair versus career, or what they said on the broadcast, pride versus career. But we get that. So like I said, we get that. Dick Togo, we all know from WWE lore and New Japan lore, he was, he's 55 years old, Dick Togo. I thought he was older than that, but I guess not. Still like he has, he has something left in him in that old, brittle body of his. So, but this match was pretty fun. Evil was working. He hit Tanahashi with everything but the kitchen sink. It's a couple of Darkness Falls and freaking Tanahashi kicking out at 2.9999999 Batman 5. Then like I said, then it gets really dumb because the House of Torture come in. Commentary with a lot of dick reference jokes, because there was a part of the match where Dick Togo goes up to the top. He starts going like this, and then he comes off the rope and goes boom right to Tanahashi's nutsack. That was interesting. Not that interesting, but you know what I mean. But anyway, Tanahashi's getting beat up by the House of Torture, and then the guys that came out with him, they're getting they get beaten up to a certain point. Like Tiger Mask is getting beat up. We get a ref bump, then another ref comes out. But like I said, Evil tried everything but the kitchen sink to end Tanahashi's career, but Tanahashi comes back with High Fly Flow, and he hits that, But then Evil comes back, locks in some weird... I think he hit another Darkness Falls, goes for the pin, but then that gets reversed into Tanahashi's fruit roll-up. 1, 2, 3, Tanahashi! He lives! He lives! To live to fight another day. And, we get that. So, 2.5 out of 5 stars for the match. But Tanahashi's career will continue for how long? I don't know. Maybe through the rest of this year. We'll see. So we get that. Then after the match, the House of Torture come back in for another attack. And then some guy in a hoodie comes in. He takes the hoodie off and it's Katsuyori Shibata! I was like, holy shit! Because they fought wars back then. So Shibata gets he's like, we want Mike! Give me Mike! Give me the fucking mic! So he gets the mic after his big, huge pop. And he says, I respect you, this and that. He says, ooh, Tanahashi-san, one more match. So we're going to get that tonight. I thought we were going to get it later this year, but tonight we are getting it. So Shibata versus Tanahashi. First time they shared a ring together since 2016. And their first match in about 10 years. 2015 was the last time they fought, and that was epic. Woo! When before Shibata's brain injuries and shit like that. But, man, tonight is going to be epic. Shibata versus Tanahashi. That screams match of the night. I know Kenny's on it, and the Bucks are on it. But... And they got Zack Sabre Jr. and Ricochet for the belt. Whoops, I spoiled it, but okay. But I think we got at least 3 bangers and maybe match of the year candidates. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, so congrats to Tanahashi. He lives to see another day and another match. But big match tonight with Shibata. And his career is not on the line, I think, but we got that. Moving on. That wasn't on my predictions video, so because it got added on. So I'm I'll go with Tanahashi again. I have to go with Tanahashi. I'm a big fan of Tanahashi. Met him a couple times. Great guy. The ace. That's pretty much it. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we go to, I believe this is match number 5. Title for title match. Winner takes all. We had the never openweight champion, Shindo the Dragon Takagi of Los Ingobernables de Japón, takes on from AEW the Intercontinental Champion, Kosuke Takeshita, with the ever so popular Don Callis at ringside. So, this match was pretty damn good. I think this was match of the night. Brutal. They beat the living shit out of each other, with throwing elbows, and, the winner of this match faces Tomohiro Ishii, not Ishii, Ishii, guess what, for both belts tonight at Wrestle Dynasty. And Ishii was watching from somewhere in the building, but back and forth they went. Takeshita hits Raging Fire. Somehow, Shingo kicked out of that. Shingo hits his finishers. Takeshita kicked out of that. Don Callis is going crazy at ringside. But in the end, lots of stiff, throwing elbows. Takeshita hit one on Shingo, knocked him almost the fuck out. Then he picks him up, hits Raging Fire. 1, 2, 3, we have a new never openweight champion. That is Takeshita. He's a double champion now. He retains his AEW Intercontinental title. And now later tonight, he will face Tomohiro Ishii for the AEW Intercontinental belt and the never openweight title, which I think Ishii has won before. But should be a brutal match tonight. But this match was epic. 4.5 out of 5 stars. And I think that is a clear match of the year candidate. I know it's early, but we got a lot. I know we got a lot to go, but put this on your bingo card or your list at least. But great match. Moving on. It was match number 6, 7, 8. No, this is match number 6 actually. The last match was number 5. All right, so we get that. Match number 6 for the IWGP. No, I take that back. I went ahead of myself. For the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, we had the champion Doki, or as I call him, Dookie. He takes on former Junior Heavyweight Champion himself, El Desperado. Coming back from, getting treated for cancer. He beat cancer. He's in remission. So that's a very good sign. Very good that El Desperado's back. And Dookie comes out with some guy. I don't even know who that guy. I thought it was him. He's like almost like he's like a geisha, but like a male geisha per se. He's like he's like one of those Chinese New Year guys. They come out like, oh, look at me. Yeah. But he was behind him in some type of red gear, I think. But anyway, takes on El Desperado. And it was pretty good until Dookie got injured on the outside. He went over the top rope and landed really, really badly. It was nasty the way he landed. Looked like he broke his arm and dislocated his elbow. And I think El Desperado was trying to get him back in the ring. And then the referee said, nope, that's it. Bell rang, and El Desperado was like, I thought it was a double countout for a second. And then I heard the announcement that El Desperado won the match via referee stoppage and will forfeit the title, basically, because of injury. So El Desperado, not the greatest way to win the belt. He was pissed at the end. He wanted to win, via pinfall. He wanted to pin Dookie in the middle of that ring. But, prayers goes out to Dookie. Hopefully he gets better, and maybe we'll see a rematch, maybe by Sakura Genesis or Power Struggle or whatever the next major pay-per-view is in end of January, early February. But we'll see what happens with that. So El Desperado is the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and they gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. We move on. Alright, then we go to match number... I don't know what match number. We'll go with it. I think match number 7. Match number 7, actually. For the IWGP Global Heavyweight title, we had the man who's pretty much leaving New Japan. That's David Finlay, because his contract's pretty much up. He defends against Yota Tsuji, the man with a long head of hair. I kind of made a joke about that. I showed Issa a picture of, she's seen Tsuji from previous Wrestle Kingdom. She's actually been doing watch-alongs to, and so I kind of made a joke about Tsuji. It says Yota Tsuji has more head on his hair than William Yuta has hair on his balls. It's pretty much true, because William Yuta is the type of guy that has no hair on his balls because he has no balls. He's a fucking schmuck. But I digress. Moving on. So this was a decent match. Tsuji with his long hair, and he's a beast. This guy's a beast. And like I said, David Finlay, his contract is about to get up, so I was like, yep, most likely we're going to get a title change, and that's what we got. As Yota Tsuji pins David Finlay to become the new IWGP Global Champion. Lots of title changes last night. And, but this match wasn't bad. 3.25 out of 5 stars. So congrats to Yota Tsuji. I believe his first actual singles title. So there you go. Good man. So we'll see what happens with David Finlay. He might be going to AEW or maybe coming over to NXT. Maybe going to TNA. I don't know where he's going to go right now. And yes, that is the same. I think he's the son of Fit Finlay. I love to fight. And we get that. Alright, so 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to the co-main event, match number 8. We have Tetsuya Naito! Tranquilo. Asi. So, he takes on, well, the man who turned on him a few months ago, and that is former junior heavyweight champion, tag team champion. He's done it all, too. Hiromu Takahashi! This was brutal match. Teacher versus student, basically. And lots of near falls. There was a lot of drama. Hiromu was like, "Why did you, Naito was like, why did you turn on me?" And, Hiromu going back to his time bomb days from so long ago. And, they just went at it. At one point, Hiromu hit Destino a couple of times, and then Naito had to kick out of that. But in the end, even after a couple of time bombs, or time bomb 2 from Takahashi, still couldn't put Naito away. Naito comes back, hits Destino, 1, 2, 3. He gets the win over, his little pupil, his student, Mr. Hiromu Takahashi. Great match, 3.5 out of 5 stars. And, I think they shook hands at the end. I forget, but anyway, now we'll see what happens with Naito as we go through 2025. Maybe get that belt back that he lost from, I think he lost to Zack Sabre Jr., but we move on. Alright, speaking of Zack Sabre Jr., he takes on the man who won the G1 this last year. That's Moxley's boy, Shota Umino, for the for the IWGP World Heavyweight title. I didn't even think that Shota Umino was ever going to get a title shot like this and win the G1, but, we got that coming up later this year. Oh, boy, I think it's G1 Climax 33, I believe, this year. I think it's the 33rd year for the G1. Probably the most grueling tournament in all of wrestling. Gonna be epic. Can't wait for that. Legendary referee Red Shoes Uno. And who would have thought, I didn't even know this, that Shota Umino is Red Shoe's son? What? I didn't even know that. I don't know a lot about New Japan. I've been watching it since 2009. But I didn't know that. But in any case, Red Shoes refereeing his son's match. I was like, yeah, here comes a biased referee, if I ever saw one myself. I was like, conflict of interest? Much? No, not really, because, his dad pretty much called him out, dad, to be the daddy, like Bill Alfonso would say, and do. Alright, so this is, by the way, this is the first Wrestle Kingdom not having Okada, Naito, or Tanahashi defend the IWGP Heavyweight title. The last time we saw that was one of the big stars was when Shinsuke Nakamura defended the belt in 2010. So that was Wrestle Kingdom 4? Yeah, 15 was 19. That's 15 years ago. So it's Wrestle Kingdom 4, I believe, which I didn't even watch at the time, against Yoshihiro Takayama. So it's only the third Wrestle Kingdom main event not to feature any of them. Interesting. Very interesting. So, you learned something. I learned something and you learned something. So I try to give you some, analysis of some legendary lore, some juicy lore, as a guy named Chugs would say. But I digress. This was a very fast start, and like I said, with Red Shoes, refereeing his son's match, I thought it was going to be a little bit of biased refereeing, because it's him. But Shota did a lot of things, and Zack Sabre Jr. with the joint manipulation, made me almost puke. But and pretty much the crowd was kind of in rooting for Zack Sabre Jr. Not so much Shota Umino. Wow. But anyway, yeah, Zack Sabre Jr., just an amazing athlete. He was Red Pro champ, he was IWGP TV champion, I think, so Jeff Cobb came around and beat his ass. But now he's the champ. I think he won the New Japan Cup. So he went on to face Mr. Naito, beat Naito, and he's pretty much held the belt since. And we get that. Well, we're getting near the end of the match. Shota powers out of one of Zack Sabre Jr.'s submissions after having it locked in for like 15 minutes, I think, a long time. And then the crowd's booing him because he didn't tap out. Oh boy, they are sick of him. Yeah, kind of like William Yuta almost. But I digress. And then Shota begins stomping on Zack Sabre Jr. Who started becoming unresponsive on the ring apron. I thought they were gonna call the match. Red Shoes was like, "Oh, give my son the belt." The crowd's booing even louder at Shota Umino. And then Red Shoes tries to break it up. Then, of all things, he shoves his dad to the mat. Oh boy. I was like, "Fuck you, Dad!" I was like, "Damn, dude! That's your dad!" Like, something like, God forbid, Dom Dom did that to Eddie, "You never do that to me, yes, because I'm his son. He's my son. He would never do that to me, because I'm his papi." I know, Eddie, calm down. If he did that, I'd kick his ass. Pero. Okay. Bueno. But in the end, Zack Sabre Jr. gets the win in just under 44 minutes this match was. Jeez. But still, pretty damn good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Zack Sabre Jr. retains the belt, and now he faces Rick O'Shit tonight, which was supposed to be just a regular match. Now it's for the title. So now Ricochet actually has something to look forward to. Not that he's gonna win, hopefully not, but, but we pretty much got that, but it looks like Shota Umino is going to be turning heel, which I really don't give two fucks about. But yeah, he shoved his dad down. That's, not a good thing. I don't even know how old is Red Shoes. I don't even know. Red Shoes was, I don't even know I don't even know his name. I don't even have my phone. Let me see if I can get this. Actually, I gotta turn the collision right now. What's phone channel? There we go. Alright, so, Collision's about to start with Elton John leading us in with "Saturday Nights Are Right for Fighting." Nice. Nice, we got that. Let me see. Red. Age. Let me see if I can find this. Actually, he's 57? It can't be 57. He looks older than that. Alright, Mark Briscoe's cutting a promo going completely berserk. He's taking on the Dancing Fool, Daniel Garcia, for the TNT title tonight. And then we got, I think it's the main event, we got Rated FTR, the Cope, Adam Copeland, and FTR, Dax the Axe Hollywood, and Cash. He's got a clock! Wheeler, taking on the Learning Tree of the Ring of Honor champion Chris Jericho, and the Bad Apple, Brian Keith, and Big Cass. Speaking of Jericho, he's on our screen right now. I can't show you it, obviously, because I don't want to get copyrighted from Tony Khan. Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys! So we get that. That's gonna be that. Hey, Edge, your shirt's spelled wrong. He has a shirt with a skull on it, and it says Rated R Legend. I wonder if anybody's gonna tell him that. It's like, hey, your shirt's spelled incorrectly. Well, maybe he made it that way. I don't know. Maybe Edge doesn't know how to spell. I still don't understand why he's calling himself the Rated R Cope. The Rated R Superstar Cope! And then he said, oh, it's too wordy. What? Are you some type of dumb fuck? I mean, like, seriously. Like, seriously. But, anyway. Alright, we get that. But Red Shoes is 57 years old. He's born in 67. Wow. I did not know that. I thought he was older. He looks older. He looks like an ancient, like, you know, Asian guy. But, nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying. Alright, moving on. But anyway, moving along with that. Alright, so Zack Sabre Jr. retains the IWGP title. And I will face Ricochet tonight for the belt. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so Wrestle Kingdom, once again, you know, wasn't the best Wrestle Kingdom of all time, but it did pretty well, I thought. So I gave it 8.25, and I'm not being biased. I gave it 8.25 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of Wrestle Kingdom 19 in the comments down below. And, all that other good shit. And that's pretty much it. Alright, gonna go watch Collision right now. We're starting off with Mark Briscoe, the funky chicken himself. Reach for the sky, boy, Jay Briscoe! This week is actually the 3-year anniversary of Jay Briscoe's death, and it's his birthday and Mark's birthday as well. They're both gonna be turning 40 years old. I wish Jay was here for it. I really wish Jay was here. He'd probably be champion by now, who knows? Besides tag champ. But I wish he was go after the world title. Either in Ring of Honor or AEW. But we'll see. So Mark's been Ring of Honor champion for a few months, and then sadly lost to Jericho. But now he's going after the TNT title, which is basically like the TV title. Which he hasn't won in Ring of Honor either, so. The dancing fool. But that's like some signs that MJF believed something in lemon snow. I don't know. But anyway, this should be a pretty good match, so we got that. So I'm gonna go watch the rest of Collision, and then I'm gonna eat my sensible dinner, and then get right into Wrestle Dynasty tonight at 11 o'clock. But like I said, I'm gonna do all those reviews. SmackDown, Collision, and Wrestle Dynasty probably tomorrow if I can. I'm trying my best, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright guys, I am out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, once again, 8.25 out of 10 stars is my final rating, and that's it. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and probably be back maybe late tonight, but if not, definitely tomorrow with your SmackDown review first, and then maybe after that, go right to Wrestle Dynasty, and then we'll finish the night later on Sunday night with your Collision review. And then we'll get ready for Netflix Raw on Monday night. Should be good. We got that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace!